Alright, welcome back guys to Pub Reacts. Today we are continuing with Band of Brothers. We are on episode 7. It's called The Breaking Point. And I'm pretty excited, so let's get straight into it. Here we go.
My friends, my men being killed. It doesn't take too many days of that, and you change dramatically.
Everywhere you would look, you would see dead people. Ours, theirs, civilians besides. So death was all over.
I had a lot of trouble in later life. Those events would come back, and you never forget them.
See the pain on his face. All those years later, still. Can't imagine what that does to your mind. I'm not used to having the interviews before the theme song. Kind of caught me off guard a little bit. But watching the interviews is usually what gets me close to crying whenever they talk about their experiences. You can just see them reliving it in their minds. It's just so sad. We'll see if I can hold it together this episode, because last episode I was crying. Part 7, The Breaking Point. January 2nd, 1945. Still in Belgium, in the Ardennes.
After holding the line at Bastogne, Easy Company was once again called on to help push the Germans back through the Bulge.
Right here's gotta be the logging road coming into here.
Yes, sir.
Garnier, move him out. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
I was glad to be out of my foxhole.
Oh, it's his
and moving
perspective.
again. E Company was sent to clear the Bois Jacques, the woods near the town of Foy. During that 1,000-yard attack through the woods, we encountered sporadic German machine gun fire and had a couple of casualties. But for the most part, met little resistance.
It scared me.
Hubler's run-in with the German officer on horseback was the most dramatic moment of the day.
Got him. Did he get his Luger?
Thank you.
Took him forever, but he finally got one.
Hey, Lip, that German, what'd you think he was doing?
Probably a little recon. Oh, you're a good shot, Hoop. Just glad you're on our side.
Thanks, Lip.
Hey, Lip.
Yes.
You got a sec? Where's Dyke?
He's around.
I haven't seen him all day. Well, where the hell does he ever go? Okay, what the hell? One man, maybe a sniper.
That was no rifle.
Oh, Jesus, it's who? He shot! He shot himself!
What?
Medic!
What happened?
The Luger? Oh, God.
Who? Where you hit?
My leg!
I don't look who.
Oh, no.
It's all right.
Stop!
Don't worry about it.
You be all right.
Oh, my goodness, that sound.
That was a great shot, really.
Still shivering.
It's not that bad at all.
Stay
Come
with
on.
us.
You all right?
Stay with us. All right, let's get ready to move.
No, is he just passing out, I hope? No way. You gotta be kidding me.
He was wearing so many clothes we couldn't tell how bad he was bleeding. Bullet cut the main artery in his leg, sir.
Cut that main artery in the leg. That's it.
Yeah, you're done.
Yes, sir.
Where's Dyke? I just would have expected to get this kind of news from him.
I was there, sir. Figured it might as well be me. Where's Dyke? I probably heard that question 1,000 times. There were long stretches where we didn't know where Lieutenant Dyke was. Lieutenant Dyke was supposed to be leading the company.
Right.
Dyke wasn't a bad leader because he made bad decisions. He was a bad leader because he made no decisions.
Oh.
What's the formation you want us to go for?
I'll clarify that with you at a later time.
What? I mean, just the way they're looking at him is like, this is really the guy?
Dyke was the favorite of somebody at Division. Sometimes we got the feeling E Company was an annoyance to him. Something unpleasant he had to get through before he could continue his march up the ladder.
Hey, you know what? We're doing all right. Yeah, Don, we're doing all right. We're doing all right now. There's a little town down the hill over there, right? And in that town are these guys. And these guys are called Germans. Want to take one guess at who they're gonna want? They're going knocking on a goddamn door.
It's always Easy Company. Always.
We got to do all this with a CO who's got his head so far up his fucking ass that lump in his throat is his goddamn nose.
I wouldn't want to be a replacement officer coming in here. You're getting thrown in with a group of guys who've known each other for what, 2 years? Hope to gain the respect of the most professional, most dedicated sons of bitches in the entire ETO.
I mean, I see what he's saying, but like, not making a decision and leaving the company and just going for walks is not the way to gain respect.
You guys don't worry about Dyke. We all do our jobs. Everything will be fine. Well, I don't know if I believed any of that. But as company first sergeant, it was my job to protect the integrity of the company.
He's just another one of those arrogant rich jerks from Yale.
Even they're talking about it.
Division's not gonna let me replace him just because I got a bad feeling about him. If they would, who'd I put in his place? Shams? Shame's seen too many war movies. Thinks he has to yell all the time.
Jeez.
Or Peacock? God bless him, but he's not cut out to take men into combat. Not that it matters anyway, because I can't get rid of Dyke.
We all know who you'd like to have running easy. Trouble is, it's not your job anymore, Dick.
We all agreed Buck Compton would have been the best choice to run easy. Buck wasn't the same soldier he'd been before he got shot in Holland.
And don't you two do something stupid like that, all right? I've invested too much goddamn time shaping you into something useful. Even if you're dead, I'll still kill you.
Even if you're dead.
No, ever since he got shot in Holland. He's all wound up like a spring.
Hey, he's fine. Wasn't getting shot that got him. It was being in that hospital. It ain't pretty.
Sure thing, Buck. Nothing stupid. We got it.
I mean, even if he is wound up, he's at least, like, channeling that into trying to protect his men. And he's worried about them. He's not doing anything, like, rash.
I swam across the Niagara once, 10 miles up from the falls. I tell you, that current is damn strong.
Oh, yeah.
But I got across. I didn't think it was all that stupid, but, my mom, my sister Ruth.
Well, they had a point. You're an idiot.
I heard about Hubler. That the Luger?
Yes, it is.
What made you decide to join the paratroopers?
I read an article about paratroopers in Life magazine. And I wanted to fight with the best, sir. Where are you from, sir?
He left? I feel like all of his questions were, like, robotic.
Captain Nixon, sir.
What?
I feel like Nix is always sleeping.
Morning.
Conviction notice?
Not quite.
Dyke's being transferred?
No, I can't help you with that. But Division has decided to pluck one officer from each regiment.
Oh, boy.
Send him back to the States on a 30-day furlough. Turns out I've been plucked.
Oh, crap.
Doesn't, I'm not going. I've already seen the States. I grew up there. But I'm sure we can find an officer who could use a long trip home.
Wow.
Congratulations, Lieutenant Peacock.
Best news I've heard in weeks.
Yeah.
Hello, guy.
It really means a lot, you know?
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah, he needs to go home.
To come by here, y'all remember to smile for the camera. Got to keep the morale up for them folks back home. All right, Nix, what do they got waiting for us in Foy?
At least one company from the 10th Panzer Grenadiers. They've also got at least 188, although we haven't been able to spot it yet.
How about armor?
As of last night, 3 Tigers.
How do I feel about being rescued by Patton?
We didn't need to be fucking rescued by Pat.
Oh, boy.
Joe, excuse us for a moment.
Sorry, sir.
Sorry about what? Patton? I couldn't agree more.
Thank you, sir.
Joe Toy had been at the aid station for 3 days, and everybody was glad to have him back.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Bill.
Good to see you, pal.
You too.
Hey, Joe Toy!
Hey, Rick,
back
how
from
are you?
Mars.
All right, Joe.
A lot of you guys been injured?
It's called wounded, Peanut.
Almost every single one of these guys been hit at least once. And George Love's here has never been hit. You're one lucky bastard. That's Popeye. He got shot in his scrawny little butt in
Kind of
Normandy.
forgot about Popeye. Glad he's still around.
Lieutenant Ronald Spears was one of the platoon leaders in D Company. He was already a legend.
He shot 20 POWs?
Well, actually, I heard it was more like 30.
What are you men doing out here?
We're watching the lines, sir.
While you're at it, you might want to reinforce your cover.
Oh, well, actually, sir, Lieutenant Dykes are not even to bother.
And forget what I said. Oh, anyone care for smoke?
That's gotta be a joke, right? That has to be a joke. He has to know.
Ah! You gotta be fucking kidding me! One of those 1st Battalion fuckers took a dump in my foxhole!
Oh, wow.
The Germans had been shelling our old position. There were signs of tree bursts everywhere. Looking across the field at Foy, I could see enemy troops.
Oh, looks like the Krauts have been pounding this area with pretty big stuff.
Well, they're not shelling now. Maybe they got a new target.
No, they're just waiting.
Maybe we should fall back to a different location and dig in.
No, it's our job to hold the line here.
We're not gonna fall back. Right, Lieutenant?
Fine. You all take care of it.
Wow. He's just so dismissive of everyone.
Hey, thanks, Lip.
You got it. I'll get you some more branches.
Oh, incoming.
Incoming!
Yep.
Take cover! Come on! Find some cover!
Hope they're fortified enough to survive this. God, it is so close every time.
All I could think about was the 4th of July when I was a kid. Looked forward to it all year long. What I saw that day was the most awesome and terrifying display of firepower I'd ever seen in my life. Of course, I wouldn't have been laughing if I'd known what happened to Joe Toy.
No. He just came back. No, no. Lost his f***ing leg.
Maybe we should see if anybody's hit.
Crowds will try to draw us out in the open.
Stay in your foxholes! Come on, find the foxhole, come on!
I gotta get up.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think that's Joe.
Gurnier's going out?
Help! Anyone there?
Oh, he's trapped.
Come on, Joe. Come on, buddy. You ain't going anywhere. You're all right. Come on, get me out of here, Lip!
Would it not be safer under there, though? I feel like it would be, right?
Incoming!
Get down!
Darno! You're gonna get bombed!
Come on, Gurnier, come on! I can't tell if they got hit or not. I cannot tell. No! You've gotta be kidding me! Both of them?
Stay down! You get things organized here. I'm gonna go for help.
You're leaving. Wow.
What the fuck?
Can we get a replacement, please? And he told him not to do anything stupid. And he's already broken. Oh my god. Oh my god. What is that gonna do to him?
Doc, what can I do?
What's a guy gotta do to get killed around here?
Hey, Lip. Ain't got old Garnier this time. Hey, Joe, I told you I beat you back to the States.
Some say Buck changed after he was shot in Holland, but I know something happened to him when he saw Toy and Garnier on the ground. Buck was a great combat leader. He took everything the crowds could throw at him time and again. I guess he just couldn't take seeing his friends Toy and Garnier all torn up like that.
God, poor Buck.
He was stuck with Dyke,
He's over there.
and he was off taking a walk.
So you know who comes running up to lift him. He's got no helmet, no gear, no nothing. I'm gonna go for help.
Yeah, that is exactly what happened.
Great impression of Dyke.
You think so? I thought it was a little off.
Don't do it anymore.
Yeah, I got you.
All right.
Holy! Please, no one else get hit. Please. What the? What is going on? What the? I thought he was gonna get hit, not both of them. Oh my god! It just didn't go off. That's extremely lucky.
But you didn't smoke.
I don't.
Muck and Pencala were good men. Malarkey's best friends in the company had been Compton, Muck, and Pencala. In less than a week, he'd seen 2 of them die. We were all worried about Malarkey.
Didn't I hear you say you wanted to, bring a Luger home for your kid brother? Why don't you give him that? I don't know. Captain Winters was wondering if you wanted to go back to battalion and, work as his runner for a few days.
Tell him thanks. I'm gonna stay here.
The morning after the shelling that killed Muck and Pencala, I saw a soldier try to dig a foxhole with his bare hands. He didn't notice that he'd torn off all his fingernails.
Oh my gosh.
Fear is poison in combat. Something we all felt, but you just didn't show it. Buck was never the same after seeing Toy and Garnier get hit that day. I guess he just needed some time away from it all.
If anybody deserves time away, it's definitely Buck. He has been through it.
I was afraid the men would lose focus, suffer a drop in morale. Now it was time for the inevitable assault on Foy itself. I was beginning to wonder if any of us were going to make it through it all. E Company would lead the attack. E Company still did not have a leader. The night before the attack, I did something as first sergeant I would never have imagined myself doing. But on the other hand, I have no confidence in our CO, sir.
He needs to be gone.
Dyke is an empty uniform, Captain. I think he's going to get a lot of easy company men killed.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Sergeant. That'll be all.
Yes, sir. There was nothing Winters could do. He couldn't very well remove a company's CO, especially a well-connected one.
3rd Battalion will come in from the east, led by I Company. That should cause distraction. You gotta move in there fast. Get in there before they can bring their mortars and artillery down on you. Get it done.
He better. He's always yawning. I don't...
Let's go! Keep it moving! Wait a minute, where's Foley? Where the hell is 1st Platoon? Hold up!
Hold up! No, do not hold up.
Find some cover! Find some cover! Foley, you get back here where I can see you! 1st Platoon, hold up! Fall back! Fall back! Go forward!
You can't just sit down in the middle of a war zone, dude.
Lieutenant, what's the plan? I don't know! You better get Dyke on that radio to me now! Lieutenant, what's the plan? You take your men on a flanking mission around the village. We will provide suppressing fire.
We're gonna be kind of alone out there, Lieutenant.
This better work.
Shit! I got you! How you doing, Bracani? He shot me in my ass, boys!
Sir, we are sitting ducks here.
Got to keep moving! God damn it, you do not go out there! You're the battalion commander, now get back here!
Spears, get yourself over here! Get out there and relieve Dyke and take that attack on him!
Thank you. Spears is like invincible.
I'm taking over.
Precision, listen! First platoon tried to end around, but they're stretched out. They're pinned down by a sniper.
Mortars and grenade launchers on that building till it's gone. When it's gone, I want first to go straight in. Forget going around. Everybody else follow me.
Yes, sir.
Finally. Finally. Nice.
First platoon, move out! Move out!
They can finally actually see the enemy. They're close enough, finally. Oh!
What do you see? Armored infantry! A lot of infantry! If we don't connect with I, they're gonna slip away! That's right, wait here!
At first, the Germans didn't shoot at it. I think they couldn't quite believe what they were seeing.
Wait, what?
The astounding thing was that after he hooked up with I Company, he came back.
He just ran straight through! Oh my goodness! How is he not getting hit once? He's just running right by everybody.
We took over 100 German prisoners. After that, it was mostly cleanup.
Oh! There's still one sniper left?
I can't see him. Don't miss, Shifty.
Come on. What a shot! That's a lot of trust in your guy to be used as live bait.
There would have been more if it hadn't been for Shifty Powers.
Mm-hmm.
You hit bad, Bracanti?
Beautiful wound, Lip. That true about Dyke?
Yeah.
I mean, Spears might be a little crazy, but he's a much better alternative than Dyke. Because he gets it done.
I guess a lot of the men thought once we'd taken Foy, they'd get us off the line.
They never get
2 days
a
later, we
damn
took
break.
Mobile, and after that, Rasham.
It's always Easy Company's responsibility to do everything.
We spent our night in Rasham in a convent. It was the first time we'd spent a night indoors in a month.
Wow.
The sisters there brought in their choir to sing for us. It was heaven. Hitler had launched a counteroffensive in Alsace, and we were bound for the town of Hagenau to help hold the line. But at least for that night, we didn't know it yet. We'd come into Belgium with 121 men and officers, plus 24 replacements. We were going out with 63.
Jeez.
Among the dead were Heron, Mellet, Sawasko, Kenneth Webb, Harold Webb, Alex Pankala, and Skip Muck. But we gained a good one in the end. So I guess we came out ahead.
Well, I better get back to the battalion before they disappear. You want to ask me, don't you? You want to know if they're true or not, the stories about me. I bet if you went back 2,000 years, you'd hear a couple of centurions standing around yakking about how Tertius lopped off the heads of some Carthaginian prisoners.
Maybe they kept talking about it because they never heard Tertius deny it.
Maybe that's because Tertius knew there was some value to the men thinking he was the meanest, toughest son of a bitch in the whole Roman Legion.
They're just glad to have you as our CO.
I've been told there's always been one man they could count on. Every day kept the spirits up, kept the men focused, gave them direction. You don't have any idea who I'm talking about, do you?
No, sir.
Ever since Winters made battalion, you've been the leader of Easy Company?
Oh, yeah.
And you're not going to be first sergeant much longer, first sergeant. Congratulations, Lieutenant.
He deserves it all right.
Hey, look. First Battalion. Thanks for crapping in our foxholes, you shitheads.
Right.
Enjoy the walk, boys!
Beyond the wounded and killed, every man at Bastogne suffered. Men unhit by shrapnel or bullets were nevertheless casualties. Yeah, no kidding. Especially Buck. That's where my mind goes. I'm not sure that anybody who lived through that one hasn't carried with him, in some hidden ways, the scars. Perhaps that is the factor that helps keep Easy men bonded so unusually close together. From Winters. Yeah, if people bond through trauma, Easy Company is the closest group of men you'll ever see. Wow. I mean, I'm just at a loss for words at this point. I feel like every time I feel like I've seen it all, and I've become accustomed to Band of Brothers and watching people die, it hits me again and it keeps happening and I almost lose it again. It's just... I feel like that episode specifically, so many people died or were wounded and couldn't continue fighting. or reached their breaking point like Buck did, or lost all of their friends like Malarkey did. Like, this episode really highlighted all of the shit they're going through and how people like Lip are so important to a company because they're able to keep the morale up even when everything is going wrong. When you're getting shelled by artillery like almost every night, every day for a month, and people next to you are dying, and you see your friends die in front of you, and somehow Lip keeps morale up? How is that possible? I don't know. I mean, you saw what living in those conditions did to some people. Like the guy digging a foxhole with his hands and all of his fingernails fell off and he's still digging? That's not exactly normal behavior. I mean, I don't understand how some people can keep going through that. My mind would be mush. I would not be able to do anything. I would be hiding, covering my head in fear the entire time. It was nice to finally see a competent CO, I think is what it's called, Spears, take control of the company. Like, ever since Winters left, they haven't really had a leader. They said it in the episode. They didn't really have a leader. They kept getting bad leaders, and I was a little wary of Spears just because of the stories. You know, like, you hear all these stories throughout the entire show of how he, like, kills a bunch of prisoners of war and does all these horrible things, but at this point, I'm not even sure if the stories are real. Like, I'm starting to think that he didn't do it at all. And I think his plan of using those stories to, like, boost his perception of being, like, the toughest guy ever and the most ruthless guy ever, I think it's working. I mean, I wouldn't say everyone in his unit is afraid of him, but it's pretty dang close. I mean, all those stories combined with the fact he ran through a war zone past Germans, just sprinted, met up with I Company, and then turns around and runs all the way back, doesn't get hit once. They go from having Lieutenant Dyke, who is cowering in fear, going on walks, to a guy like Spears, who sees the situation in 1 second, takes control of it. Like, when Winters told him to go in there and to relieve Dyke, in like 2 or 3 seconds, he assessed the situation, first of all, asked Lip and everyone else what was going on, and then got a plan and executed the plan exactly right. And then when someone had to go run to meet up with I Company, he did it. He didn't send someone else to do it. He did it himself. And earlier in the episode, when Lip was talking about how he doesn't really blame Dyke for, like, how is someone supposed to come into a unit with guys who are so close and earn their respect, I feel like we saw how that's pretty easily done. I don't want to say easily done, but simply done, I guess, by Spears. Like, he came in, he wasn't close with anybody there, they were all afraid of him, and in like 15-20 minutes, they have the utmost respect for him, for what he did for them. So I think that's how you gain respect from a unit who is all close together and you're the new guy. You have to prove yourself in a way. And even though you're higher up in command, they're not going to respect you unless you give them a reason to. And Dyke never did. So that's why he failed. I mean, pretty simply. I don't have too much more to say on that. I'm hoping next episode they're out of the snow and they can spend some time inside. I know at the end there they talked about how they thought they were done, but now they have more to do. I'm hoping that the more to do is not as awful as these last 2 episodes were in Bastogne and in the snow. It has been terrible and people have died. Tons of people have died every episode. So I'm hoping next episode it calms down just a little bit, because I can't really handle anyone else dying. I feel like so many of the people's faces who I'm used to seeing are just gone now. I mean, at the end there, when they were showing all the people who died or were just unable to fight and they like disappeared in the pews there, that was a really cool effect. But it kind of all hit me at once, like so many people I'm used to seeing are just gone now. As always, guys, I want to thank you all for watching. If you want to see more content like this, a like and a sub are very much appreciated. Helps the channel out quite a bit. But otherwise, I will see you all in the next episode. Peace.